What is going on, my Bob Nation? I am Bob's Droid, and I'm here with another video and a new background. So, yeah, I've got a new background. Woohoo! In this video, I will be going over my Raikou, Magnezone, Lugia EX, Pikachu EX deck that I tested, put in a couple videos, and it works fairly well. I really enjoy it a lot, and so let's just get straight into this deck. Before I get into this, I just want to say that I'll talk about a couple things or changes that you can make to this deck to, change it to your preference. I love this deck, but I'm going to make a couple changes to it just because I prefer to play it a little bit of a different way. And so you'll see that coming in the video. So starting off with any Raikou Magnezone deck, you've got Raikou with the Shining Body ability that says if this Pokemon has any lightning Pokemon attached to it, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 20 damage. So that's just really great. It gives it technically 140 HP, but it's really even better than that because if it's getting attacked twice, it's actually reducing 40 HP. And it's also got Thunder Lance, which is really a great attack. And Raikou really should be our main attacker, our starter, anyways. It just hits hard, great against Rayquaza EX. So if there's a lot of Rayquaza or Lightning weak Pokemon in your area, great Pokemon to play. As kind of a counter, because this deck is very weak to fighting, we have Lugia EX, and it's got Arrow Ball, does 20 times amount of energy, damage times amount of energy attached to both active Pokemon. It's also resistance to fighting, if you can see that down there. And so that's really great because Mienshao has trouble with this. Because, it's going to hit, usually it hits Mienshao hits 90 or something, I don't know, around there. It's going to get reduced by 20, which makes Lugia EX a 3-hit knockout, making that really annoying. And Arrow Ball, it's just going to hit some damage too, so, eventually they're going to waste through some subs, stuff like that. Lugia EX is just a little bit of a way to counter those really strong fighting type Pokemon that this deck can really have trouble with. For our Magnezone line, we've got 3 Magnemite, and yes, someone had pointed out in my most recent bought cards by mail video, that I posted on Saturday. Yeah, these are the wrong Magnemite. I guess I must have accidentally made a mistake. Yeah, but make sure that you have the Sparkly Induction Magnezone or Magnemite. They're just a lot better. We also have 1 Magneton, nothing really special about it in case you are item locked. It's one way to get into the Magnezone, although we really don't want it. And to round this out, we have 3 Magnezone with that Magnetic Circuit ability that allows us to attach as many Lightning Energy as we want during our turn from our hand to our Pokemon. Thunder Blast isn't that bad. It, I guess, is one way to counter Pyroar as it's getting a little bit of resurgence. A little bit. Really nothing, but I've seen a couple decks try to play Pyroar kind of as a tech almost against some decks that only run basic. Mainly the Seismitoad Giratina, I'm assuming. But yeah, that's for the Magnezone line. And here's kind of a wild card, and I will not be playing this, that's why it's proxied, but it's Pikachu EX, and it has 130 HP, and a lot of you probably didn't even really think of this Pokemon for the deck, because it's actually a Black Star promo. Don't know if you can really read it on the proxy. No, it's not really that good. But it's actually a Black Star promo, and it's from the Pikachu box collection. It's pretty expensive, especially the Japanese version. Oh my goodness, that's really expensive. But it's got an attack called Overspark, and it does 50 damage times the amount of lightning energy attached to Pikachu EX, and it discards every single lightning energy. Getting 4 energy attached to Pikachu EX isn't that difficult with this deck, especially with cards like Fisherman and Energy Retrieval. So if we get us charged up, we can pull up a Lysander, something up, and win the game. So Pikachu EX is kind of a late game attacker. You really don't want to get it down on the field early because of that horrible 130 HP. It's just really big bait. We also have 1 Shaman EX, and yeah, I only have 1 Shaman. This is kind of like the first card I'd say. If you don't want to run, if you want to run another Shaman, you can always take out the Pikachu. I just don't. They're so expensive. Shamans are so expensive. Ugh. But yeah, so I have 1 Shaman in this deck. Will not be adding another just because they're so dang expensive. Like $30 on eBay? Really? For our supporter line, we've got 4 Sycamore, Pretty standard for this deck. Nothing to say about that. To Shauna. Shauna is in here just as another way to get some draw power in the deck. If we ran only 4 Sycamore, it'd be a bit of an issue. I've tested a little bit. You'd get a little draw dead. Some people have been running Judge. Me and I'll just run Shauna and be fine with it that way. 1 Lysander. Again, if you want to take out a Pikachu, you could always add in another Lysander, although the Lysander is really useful with the Pikachu. So Lysander is a good card. Lysander up a Rayquaza, so it may be weak to Lightning, and attack that. 2 Fishermen, and yeah, this is probably the biggest mistake I had made in my last deck profile. I really thought that I didn't really need Fisherman. Well, I was definitely wrong. Fisherman is an awesome card, especially in late game. I mean, you're constantly charging up those Raikous, but they're gonna fall pretty quickly, especially that we don't run like Hard Charm or any cards to just heal some damage off of Raikou. So we really need Fisherman to just quickly grab those energy, attach them again, and really, if this deck can outspeed your opponent, it's gonna win. And so really, the only issue for this deck is going to be an item lock deck because it's just so slow trying to get that Magnezone up. But once the Magnezone gets up, this deck just fires all cylinders, and it's really difficult to stop because the Fisherman just helps get those energy. Hex Maniac can slow it down. That might be one of the weaknesses. So we've got 3 Skyla here. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Skyla for the deck. But Skyla is pretty self-explanatory, just reprinted. It allows us to search for a trainer card, reveal, and put into our hand. And so we use Skyla in this deck just to get those rare candies out on turn 2 or turn 1 and just wait for a turn to get those Magnezones out, hopefully turn 2, and just start going crazy with the energy. We've got 3 Trainer's Mail. This is probably when I'm going to add another one in and take out the Pikachu X for it. Trainer's Mail is awesome. It's really great for getting those rare candies out. I just tested a couple times. Trainer's Mail, oh man, it's helped me so much. I've gotten those rare candies out and I've loved it. I've loved it a lot. 3 VS Seeker. This is just great for grabbing whatever supporter we need, Fisherman or something like that, and playing it. 4 Ultra Ball. It ditched the level ball, went straight for a 4 Ultra Ball line. Ultra Ball is great for getting our Pokemon out, and yeah, it's awesome. 4 Rare Candy. You gotta run pretty much max rare candy because this deck relies on the Magnezone to get out on turn 2 or turn 3, so we need to run 4 rare candies in this deck. 2 Floatstone. The Floatstones are here to attach the Magnezone because it's a huge Lysander bait and you really do not want to attach energy to the Magnezone just to retreat it. I mean, it's not as bad as other decks because you can accelerate it really quickly and then always Fisherman the energy back that you discard from retreating, but still, Floatstone, it's a big help for this deck. 3 Professor's Letter. Professor's Letter is also great. We can get it out with the Trainer's Mail and grab 2 energy and attach them to our Pokemon really quickly once that Magnezone gets out. 2 Energy Retrieval. The Energy Retrieval's in here. It helps accelerate the deck, especially if we played a supporter one of the turns we don't want to play. I mean, we can't really play the Fisherman, rather. So Energy Retrieval is great because we can always get those energy really quickly and just accelerate the deck a lot quicker. And I've thrown a little bit of a wild card, I guess, into the deck. A Robo Substitute. Robo Substitute's actually a little bit helpful. It's helped me stall in a couple of situations. I don't know if it should really be in here. If I was to take the Robo Substitute out, I don't know what I would add in here. Maybe some more waiting energy. Maybe, I don't know. What would you guys add in? I want to know. Tell me down below. But yeah, so I don't know about Robo Substitute. I've tested a little bit. I mean, it works sometimes. If you have troubles getting a Magnezone out, it can help stall a turn or 2, especially setting up. Sometimes you get a situation where you don't have any energy on your Pokemon. You have to play a Sycamore or Skyla to get a Fisherman out. Then you have to wait a turn to play the Fisherman. Then you need a turn to stall. So Robo Substitute, if it's on the bench, you can use that as a stall. So yeah, it helps out every once in a while. It works. So that is it for all the item cards in this deck. I decided not to run any stadium cards in this deck. because I don't really think the deck needs it. And I decided to just add in a whole ton of lightning energy. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 lightning energy for this deck, and that rounds out this deck here. And so that is it for this deck, guys. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later in the next video. Let me know what you think about this deck. I really love it. It's just amazing, and I just can't wait to play it. I mean, as long as it don't run into Seismitoad that often, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Just run a whole... Well, that was fun.